I would be in the middle of a line for a bolus. And they kept it in. I was like, they knew. I saw that these books were being published. I actually reached out to Blackstone Publishing and I said, hey, it might be a neat get for Blackstone if you said, hey, we will produce audiobooks for you with the 2 leads. But yeah, the unanswered questions, you know, the books were kind of that, especially like Kat Valenti's third Andromeda book. They said, hey, we're not addressing this. Tell the story of the Quarian arc.
Repeating, this is the arc here. The situation is not under control. Note and avoid until further update. Repeating.
Tell the story of why it was delayed. And she said, so what are my, constraints? And they said, we're not going to do the DLC. We're not going to do XYZ. Enjoy. Tell the story. And I had the privilege of narrating that book, and it was still one of the best things I've ever narrated. I narrated it as in Ryder voice, and I'm like, no, let me do the things, and it was with a publisher that I've worked with for years, and so I was like, well, I'm going to do my thing.
Did you do like the proper L-core thing as well, where you described the emotion sort of thing?
Yes, but she wrote it that way. And
That's
then,
brilliant.
Kind of did my best version of a Batarian for Batarian stuff, because I can't do any of the technical, vocoder switches or drop the pitches on any of that stuff, because you still want to maintain the kind of suspension of disbelief. You're listening to one person do all this stuff. So, you try to make the Hanar a little kind of ethereal looking and feeling. And the thing that they kept in there is that I did the volus breathing. So every now and then I would be in the middle of a line for a bolus, and they kept it in. I was like, they knew what I was. They were like, at first it's like, what is he doing? And then I'm sure we're like, within a matter of a few paragraphs, the editor went, oh, he's on his, he's a pig in slop. He's just rolling around in it. He knows what he's doing. He knows the property. He's part of the property. Just let him go. So that's all in there.
I don't know where it is, but I'm gonna have to find that.
It was it's a lot of times audiobooks are very much work, and that was one of the few times where I was like, this is not work. I'm just absolutely having fun, because Frida got to do the first 2 because they were all the women protagonists, and so they were like, well, we're gonna throw Tom a bone here. And so I got to do this 3rd book, and it was a joy. What was nice is that the folks at Blackstone said, hey, by the way, we now have this great ongoing relationship with, this publisher and publishing like sci-fi and stuff we don't usually have in our repertoire. Thanks for opening that door. And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem.